everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And this is just going to be a talk about uh, being free. And what I mean about being free is being free in all aspects, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Now, I know we have our own very special amount of burdens, special amount of troubles that we go through, but let us not, you know, allow those stuff to bring us down, allow those stuff to hold us back from receiving a type of life that we deserve and that we sought out to have. It's it was very hard for me to actually make this talk because I just couldn't find the words actually to describe what being free really means, and it was actually quite difficult for me to come up with this and get the camera rolling and me talking actually without stopping and rethinking what I was about to say and to see that or to think that if it would make sense or not. But what I realized while you know going through that phase of thinking whether this makes sense, whether this doesn't, is this logical, is this not, will this actually you know affect people, and will this actually inspire people in a way that my videos somewhat do, or the words that I usually say before do. um, and I figured speak, just talk about how you feel, what you think about the subject, and speak from the heart. I know, as cliche and as cheesy as that may sound, that's uh, that's how I tend to get the genuine advice or the genuine words that I find or speak in my talks. And yeah, and I think that is a contributing factor to being free. You see, uh, it's funny actually, very ironic, very coincidental that I felt trapped, I felt confined, I felt, you know, within these four walls when deciding on how to come about talking about the topic of being free, because I just didn't know the words to say. I just didn't know how I would say it. I just didn't know how to convey the message that I wanted to convey towards you guys. And that in and of itself is being trapped in these four walls of you should do this way, you should no, you should do this way, no, you should speak about it this way. All these conflicting thoughts, all these judgmental thoughts running through my head, running through my heart, and just trying to find out what what to say, what to do, how to make this talk work, when all I needed to do was leave everything behind, set everything aside, screw you know planning, because that's not to say that planning is a bad thing, but in terms of me, it doesn't work out that way. I know that makes me sound as, a pretty messy and pretty spontaneous guy, but that's just how I am. That's just how I do my talks. That's just how I do the things that I do. That's just how I do the things that I love to do. Spontaneously, out of the blue, just coming up with ideas, this and that. And that is how I feel free. That's how I feel happy. You know, just being spontaneous, being out there, being random, being, imaginary, being, outspoken, being all of those crazy stuff and crazy antics. Not confining myself to the borders, to the guidelines, to the judgments, to the critiques, to the potential critiques, to the potential judgments that I might receive doing talks, doing whatever it is that I do. setting aside all of those stuff and just doing the things that I love to do, doing the things that make me happy, doing the things that makes me feel alive. That's the best way that, in my opinion, to describe being free. Just being you, doing the things that you love to do, and not caring about other people may think of you, what other people may think of your actions. Because at the end of the day, being free is just being happy with yourself, being happy with what you do, being happy with every single part of your life and being contented with it. Because when you're contented, when you're happy, when you've accepted the fact that your life is like this and you love it, you love your life being like this, that's a sign of you being free, letting go of all the judgments, of all the guidelines, of all the you're supposed to do this way, you're supposed to do it that way, you're supposed to act this way, you're supposed to all of those stuff. Letting go of all those problems, all those stress, all those opinions of people that perceive you in a certain way, that perceive you to be in a certain way. When you're just supposed to be yourself, when you're just supposed to live your life the way you want to live it. When you're supposed to be free, when you're supposed to be happy. Alright? Be spontaneous. Feel alive, feel happy. Be the person that you dream to be. Don't be someone based on critiques, based on, you know, feedback all the time, because at some certain point you're just gonna be someone's ideal figure, ideal person, but not in the way that you intended it to be. You did it by following their orders, which doesn't really give you the sense of genuinely being the person that you want to be, that sense of, you know, being true. And that's, I think, that's another thing about being free. You just let go of everything. Be you, be happy, love the things that you do, love the life that you live, be contented with the things that you have, appreciate things that you have in your life, appreciate the people that you have in life, appreciate the little things, the relationships, the bonds, the midnight conversations, the daily talks, the moments of silence, the moments of you and your loved ones just, sitting there, being there with each other, admiring each other's presence, looking into each other's eyes, seeing the joy that they have when they're with you, seeing the joy that you have when you're with them, seeing the joy that you have when you're doing the things that you love in your life, seeing the joy that you have when you love your life, seeing yourself enjoying, appreciating, and overall cherishing your life as it should be cherished, as it should be valued, and as it should be lived. Happy, fulfilled, and appreciated. Just as you should be to yourself, just as you should be to your life, and just as you should be to your happiness. Anyways, that's all for this talk. I don't want to spread it out a bit too long because I think the words that I've said, from my opinion, is the best way that I can describe being free. Just let go of all the judgments, all the critiques, every single thing that confines you to a space where you're not happy, where you're not feeling free, where you're not feeling alive. Let go of all of that. Leave that behind. Set that aside. Live the life you want to live. Be the person you want to be. Be contented with the things that you have in your life. And eventually, that will lead you to being free. That will lead you to feeling more alive than you've ever felt before. And eventually, that will lead you to being truly, genuinely, wholeheartedly happy. All right, that's all for this talk, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And hope you have a wonderful day.